Do you have an issue with not being able to charge your electric car fast enough to fully use it the next day? Or you need to schedule your charging for late at night after the peak electricity rates are over? Well, I have a high quality, easy solution to that problem. If you have no interest in EV chargers or electric cars, I promise you'll want to watch this video. Although I'm a complete amateur and you shouldn't attempt any electrical wiring from anything you see in this video, I'm going to show you how to wire a 220-volt receptacle and explain it very simply. Now, I've seen a lot of EV charger videos on YouTube, but none of them show the actual wiring process other than just plugging it in. I do highly recommend you hire an electrician to do the wiring process, but if you're adamant that you have to do this yourself, I'll show you some pointers and try to help you out. I also try to put some links to all the products in Amazon if you want to purchase any of these products. And before we get started, let's check out these new all-weather custom floor mats we just received. I'm sure you've all heard of the big name floor mat brand that dumps a ton of money into advertising, and they charge several $100s for their floor mat. Well, I found this company, LASFiT, or I guess it's LASFiT for laser, but in my opinion makes a much better product. Now the car is 3D laser scanned, so you get an exact fit. Here's the back. Here's the front. So you get an exact fit. This isn't a universal mat that doesn't fit right or you have to trim. And it has the raised edges. That way it'll hold in melted snow, rain, mud, and you just take it out and wash it off. So let's install these and see how they look. First step, you obviously want to take out the old floor mats. These things get wet and they mildew. And the instructions said these could get kind of rumpled up during shipping, and you just kind of let them sit out to get back remolded. That fit perfect. Let's do the back seat. Yeah, they fit in absolutely perfect. I'm liking these a lot. Got one more to go. Let's do the passenger side. Yeah, it fits in perfect. I like these a lot. And these floor mats aren't just for Tesla. You can get them, go on Amazon and look up LASFiT, and you can get these for almost any vehicle. And I'll probably add this to my Christmas list for my truck because I like these a lot. Very high quality. And we're not sponsored by this, so I may email them and ask them if they can give us a discount code. So check in the description if you're interested in them. I might be able to get them to give us a discount code and you can get some off on your order. All right, let's take a look at the charger I bought. It's the TOPDON Pulse Q Level 2 charger. I bought this one because we buy a lot of TOPDON products and I've been very happy with them. This charger had great reviews and at a great price. It has an app that you can control when you want to start charging and how fast. And it charges up to 40 amps. So that'll give me the charge speed I need to get a full battery before I go back to work the next day. I drive over 2 hours round trip to work every day and I work 12 to 16 hours. So at best that gives me 6 hours to recharge. And this factory charger that came with Tesla is only a 30 amp charger. So it barely, sometimes it doesn't have my car recharged fully for the next day. But this TOPDON is a 40 amp charger and it'll have it recharged perfectly before I need to go back to work. And also it's always best to have 2 chargers, just one for backup in case something happens. So that's the reasoning why I picked the TOPDON charger. I'll put a link below for Amazon and you can check it out and read some of the reviews. All right, that's enough talking, so let's get busy installing this thing. First step is you need to decide where you want to mount your charger, and there's a few factors you need to take into consideration when mounting it. One is how you park your car in your garage, if the charger cable will wrap around if your charging port's on the other side. Another one would be ease of installation.
So being that the breaker panel is right here in the corner, it would be a tight fit to fish the wire down, and since like the roof is right there.
Yeah, it was super tight up there. We wanted to come in from the top and then bring it to the other wall because our charging port is over there, but it was going to be unreal to do this. And then one last factor would be the price of the wire. The wire is absolutely outrageous. I think it was $4 to $6 for the wire, and to go from up, over, and then down, it would have probably been $300. And I found this piece, it was the end of the roll, and they gave me a super good deal. So we're just gonna mount it over here. So let's get busy. Okay, next we need to remove our panel cover and see if we have enough room for our 50 amp breaker that we have to put in.
So first I'm going to turn off the main breaker and then start removing the screws.
Yeah, you always want to do the main breaker first, because if you removing this metal cover and you happen to kind of tilt it a little bit and it hits the wires, it could shock you really bad. Let's go ahead and close this. And I already removed some of the screws. Let me help you. All right, just a few safety tips. This is your wire coming in from the main lines outside. So you're always gonna have electricity in here. But what we did is turn the breaker off here. But you still have power in here. This main breaker takes out the power all the way down. So none of this has power. And good news is we have 2 bars, and we need 2 bars for our double pole 50 amp breaker to fit on, so we have enough room. And you see how full this is? This is why we couldn't go out the top. We tried to go through here first, and it's too full. So what we did was we knocked out this little knockout hole. I don't know if you can see it back here. This little hole. We're gonna fish it down to this hole right here. We're gonna finish cutting this out and put us a little receptacle box here.
Alright, so most electrical breakers are between a 2x4, so just follow it down and then this would be a good spot to put it.
And I just used my level since I had one here and just drew that across. That way these two will be level. So let's try to run this wire down, and I have a little, I guess you call this like a little sheathing protector. You put in this hole, and that way your wire doesn't keep rubbing against the hole and make a short one day. So we just put that in. See if we can run this wire down. We should see it coming out the hole. There, that was easy. See how much easier it is to do it like this versus going through the attic. So we're gonna leave enough room. So our white is gonna go over here. Our ground there. So our white and ground needs to be about that long. Red and black, only about that long. All right, I'm gonna connect my white neutral wire first. All you do is you come up here and you try to find a hole that's gonna be big enough. Being this is 6-gauge wire, it needs to be this one here, not these little small ones. We got the wire in. Let me hold it in and tighten it. I don't know how real electricians run wire so neatly. So I'm gonna get the ground and the neutral ran first. That way I can cut my exact length for the 2 hot wires. All right, I got my red and black cut to the right size. And it doesn't matter which way they go. If it's red this way, black, red, black, it doesn't matter. And there's like 3 different types of breakers, like when you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and they don't fit in each other's kind of circuit breakers. Like Square D is its own type. I don't know what this is. This is GE. I think they have a Murray. So they're all different fits. The difference is this back part, how it clips in right here. They won't work in each other's panels. So now let's clip this in. And that's it. Now we have to wire our plug in the bottom. So on here, it still doesn't matter if red and black can go to each one of these, but your ground is always going to be green, your neutral is going to be here. So it's all super simple. And you just wire it in. So we'll cut this to the right length, wire it in after we mount our box. Then we'll get our TOPDON charger, figure out exactly where we want to put it. I'm thinking probably right here. And that way to reach around to the car. It's hard working with 6-gauge wire. It just doesn't bend like smaller gauge wire. And these little flaps, once you get the box in, you just rotate that and it locks it in.
Alright, so we have to decide if we want to mount the receptacle with the ground down or the ground up. The reason is because this cable is so short, so we would either have to mount it here and it would be curved like this, or if we mount it up here, it would go straight down. So what do you think would be the best option?
Probably higher, because we have a generator that we sometimes plug in, and I wouldn't want the heat being too close to the charger, so it's probably best just to mount it up a little bit higher. I think we'll be fine.
So with the ground up?
Let's see, how does this work? So the ground is going to be down. This round one is your ground. Just like that. All right, so we got the receptacle all wired up. It looks good. Then we kind of did a little rough drawing where we're going to mount the charger. And they give you this template. So all you do is, it's a big sticker, separate it. We're going to try to line it up. Easier said than done. You don't have to be perfect. You want it level though. That way we'll drill our holes, and then they give you all the mounting stuff. Might have to go get a bigger drill bit. We'll mount those in, then mount the charger to that. Get all these holes drilled out. We could just take this sticker off. Alright, in this back piece, you unscrew these little set screws, one on each side. And this mounts just like that. Get all these snug down. You don't want to tighten the top all the way until you have all 4 screws in. That way if your holes aren't perfectly aligned, you can kind of move them some. So now this these two screws. It's going to slip down in here and drop down. Just like that. We'll put our two set screws in.
TOPDON even included a charger handle, that way the charger doesn't have to just sit and lay on the ground like that. So we're gonna mount it like right here. We were gonna mount it right here, but that could easily be wrapped around this door sensor and that can get damaged really easily. So we decided right here would have been the best option. And it's the same process of mounting, but instead it comes with these anchors since it's lighter weight.
Yeah, smaller anchors than those big old metal ones. So I realize all our wires are going to be running like through here, and this one has wires running up. So we're just going to barely drill through the sheetrock and then hammer the little anchors through. And that way we don't accidentally drill into a wire, which I think we find because they coming up right here and going in the panel right about here. But just to be safe, we're just going to barely drill through the sheetrock. We'll just get a few turns on it, then you can use the drill. Just don't go super tight. All right, we got the handle mounted. I'm gonna show you one issue. Now keep in mind, this is a generic charger for all EVs, not just Tesla. So we're gonna have to use the Tesla fitting that goes on there, and this is what plugs into the Tesla. So let's bring it in and test it out. And when before you get out, just pop the charger port door.
All right.
I just hope this cable is long enough. It's going to be close. Even the factory one was real close. Let's get our little fitting. This is the fitting I got to use at public chargers. Oh yeah, we got plenty of room. It's close, but it's going to work. All right, so all we have to do is plug our connector on. But if you had anything other than a Tesla, you wouldn't need this. Plug that in. Let's see how fast it's charging. On your app, it tells you. Okay, now it's up to 29 miles per hour. It's still coming up 32 miles per hour. 37. So this is going to charge our car a lot faster. It's still coming up. So that's perfect. So let me show you the one issue that I don't like. Let's see. All right. So when I'm ready to put this up, remember I have a Tesla, so I have this piece. This don't fit in here now. So I would have to take this off and then click it in. Or, this is what I'll probably do. Leave this on, then I'll just use it like that. So I think that'll be good. All right, looks like the charger's averaging about 37 miles per hour, which is way faster than our charger that came with the car. So that'll get my problem fixed to where it's fully charged when I have to go back to work. Now if you want the TOPDON app, you can download it for free and it'll help you schedule. You could plug it in and set it to come on like charging at just say 1 a.m. to whatever. I don't know whatever your rates are. Louisiana, the rates stay the same, it doesn't change. So I hope you learned something. Remember, we're not electricians, so don't take anything we said as how to do it professionally. And stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.